some questions, important questions. And this history starts with Arab, Europeans, and other powers which later dominated India. So this chapter it starts with the arrival of the Europeans in India. As you know, before Europeans, Arab were main leaders in Middle East, and they were working as a bridge between Europeans and other Indian subcontinent power. The city of Constantinople fell into the Ottoman Turks in 1453. Ottoman Turks, you know, the real Turkish land. The Arab came to dominate the land and sea routes in the Middle Eastern region. Consequently, the Europeans were dependent on the Arab because Arab merchants were they were having so much power. They were having good communication skills. They were having good trading routes from India to Europe. So they acted as intermediaries in connecting the markets of Europe and Asia. The Arab merchants virtually monopolized the Red Sea, which connected the European market with Asia. So there was a situation like Europeans, Arabs, and Asians. That was the situation. That was the situation. Europeans, Arab, and Asians. So Arab merchants virtually monopolized the Red Sea. Monopolized means they got the single right. Virtually right means naturally right. There was no such power which granted that kind of permission. So virtually I am using the word. So Arab were the main power uh, who were working as the intermediaries between Asian and European. In such a situation, the Europeans were eager to find an alternate route to India for eliminating their dependence on Arab, because Arab they charge so much commission, they charge so much money from Europeans as because there were danger also, and Arab kafila they face so much danger, there so much problems in between the routes. So that was the main thing. But you know, Arab merchants were earning tremendous profits by monopolizing these routes, and they never disclosed these routes for Europeans. So that was also the reason Europeans were so eager to find the alternate route. This led to the discovery of sea routes to subcontinent, which was the first step towards the process of imperialism by Europeans in Asia. I'm talking about Asians, but that India was the main focus country for Europeans. That was the thing, the how the process of imperialism started, how that process of imperialism began, and they naturally got this system, not by forcing power. So, what is an ideology of imperialism? We are talking about imperialism. Imperialism and ideology, basically it is an ideology which always believed on expanding the state. So I am talking about the concept of imperialism. Imperialism is an ideology which pursued Europeans, European countries for what? For what? Pursued European countries to colonize the newly discovered land. Colonize. Colonize. Colonize what? To colonize the newly discovered land. Colonize the newly discovered land. So as you know, many land of the world were discovered that time for expansion of their empires. For expansion of their empires. That was the such an ideology really existing in this time also, to how to expand the empire. So that was the idea of empirism, how that idea was working. Now we talk about next word, colonialism. Colonialism. What was the really a principle? Colonialism. The process of imperialism eventually led to the colonialism, which meant a systematic and direct control over the political system. It meant a systematic, what? Systematic and direct control over the political system. Systematic and direct control over political system. Political system. That is the idea of colonialism. This is really happened. This really happened at that time. And over the political system, it means direct control, and as well as economic life and territory of less powerful country by the more powerful one. So political system and economic life. Economic life and territory of a less powerful country, and territory of a less powerful country. Right? And it might be one and more powerful countries also. So that was the definition of imperialism, and that was the definition of colonialism. So the three factors, God, gold and glory, pursued the Europeans to the search for new land. So which factors were three factors? Three factors. So we mention here three factors. Three factors. Factors for God, gold and glory. God, gold and glory. God means by expanding religious beliefs, religious ideas. Gold means strength, and glory means, the war, the battle. So God, spirit of expansion of Christianity empire, because there was Christianity in European countries. So new lands of Asian continent, they were run by the Islam, the Buddhism, the Hinduism, the Jainism. But some lands, they had no great religion like other were. So spirit of expansion of Christianity. God means expansion of Christianity. I am talking about expansion of Christianity. Gold means wealth, and glory means war, fight. So all these three factors were ruling at that time. The first factor included the promotion of Christianity through Christian missionaries. Missionaries, they always favored their Christian expansion, political expansion with religious force, and it happens in India before by Islamic power. Many more sultans, they came to India, invade India with their Islamic followers, right? More Islamic followers. The second factor included the quest for wealth, and wealth in also in nature of spices. many land including India were known as the land of spices. And the third factor included the imperial expansion of the European nations. This led to the discovery of India as well as Southeast Asian island known for their rich spices by Europeans. So how these three factors they were ruling, and how these three factors they were promoting in such lands. So apparently, a Portuguese explorer named Vasco da Gama. What was the name of Vasco da Gama? Vasco da Gama, the Portuguese person, Portuguese, and many times you people have gone through that name, Portuguese person, Vasco da Gama. Vasco da Gama. Vasco da Gama, the first European to do so, discovered a sea route to India in the year 1498. 1498. First European who discovered the sea route to India in 1498. He came to India via Cape of Good Hope. Via Cape of Good Hope. Cape of Good Hope. That was the thing. Led by Abdul Mazid, a Gujarati pilot. Held by Abdul Mazid. That was held by Abdul Mazid, a pilot who led that route and got some money also. So that was the person helped Vasco da Gama to get touch with India and approach Calicut that time. So who was the person? Bartholomew Dias. Bartholomew Dias, a Portuguese explorer, was successful in sailing to the Cape of Good Hope. First, you must know, the southern tip of Africa in 1488. But he could not reach India. So before Vasco da Gama, the person was Bartholomew Dias. Bartholomew Dias. Bartholomew Dias is the really name. Bartholomew Dias. He discovered that route, but could not reach India. So he was the first successful person who sailed to the Cape of Good Hope. Sailed to the Cape of Good Hope. Right? First person, but could not reach India. Indian subcontinent was rightly famous for its specialized commodities. For what? Like silk, gems, precious metals, mainly spices. So India was mainly famous for what? You people know it. So really not a very great thing. We all know it. Spices, gems, many more metals, many more things like silk and cotton also. Silk. So those were the thing and mainly spices, which were highly demanded in the Europe markets. Highly demanded means highly demanded. It means many more people were ready to pay high amount to get those articles, those things in their continent, their system. So that was the thing which happened, right? As a result, many private and state-owned companies of the European nations were granted charters by their respective governments. So this is my chapter 1. and later we'll try to connect and complete this chapter. Until then, goodbye.